Welcome to the Chant School podcast, where we learn to sing the ancient chants of the Catholic Church. The Chant School podcast is a production of Floriani, a men's vocal ensemble dedicated to serving the church and saving the culture through the beauty of sacred music. I'm Thomas.
I'm Giorgio.
We are members of Floriani and your hosts for the Chant School podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to another episode of the Chant School podcast. We are here in the first week of Advent, and Thomas has prepared for us a little hymn, Conditor, Alme, Siderum.
I wrote this one myself. I'm just kidding. This one dates all the way back to the 7th century. So we're talking over 1,300 years old. And it's hymns like this that remind me of how ancient our church is, which I love. It's kind of an unimaginable span of time, in a way. And this was originally attributed to St. Ambrose, but that's not confirmed. But one really cool thing about Conditor, Alme, Siderum, because it's so ancient, it didn't really follow all the rules for Latin poetry. So it was revised a lot later in the 1600s, changing it just to fit those rules for Latin poetry, and also to remove a Greek word, which is in verse 5. So it's an ancient Latin hymn that actually contains a Greek word, the word hagie, which means holy. So we're gonna sing the ancient version for you, but the new version will be easy to pick up if you learn the ancient version as well.
There's an interesting setting of this hymn tune. You might have heard of it from a group called Libera. They're a boy choir / boy band in England, and the version is called Sempiterna. Highly recommend listening to it. It's beautifully done.
Great. Let's start by I'll just read a translation of this hymn so you can have it in mind as we learn the melody. Conditor, Alme, Siderum, creator of the stars of night, thy people's everlasting light. Jesu, Redeemer, save us all, and hear thy servants when they call. Thou, grieving that the ancient curse should doom to death a universe, hast found the medicine full of grace to save and heal a ruined race. Thou camest, the bridegroom of the bride, as drew the world to eventide, proceeding from a virgin shrine, the spotless victim all divine, at whose dread name, majestic now, all knees must bend, all hearts must bow, and things celestial thee shall own, and things terrestrial, Lord, alone. O thou whose coming is with dread, to judge and doom the quick and dead, preserve us while we dwell below, from every insult of the foe. To God the Father, God the Son, and God the Spirit, three in one, laud, honor, might, and glory be, from age to age, eternally.
So, beautifully spoken, Thomas. We'll go over the Latin, and then we'll sing the melody. So the Latin begins as such. Conditor, Alme, Siderum.
Conditor, Alme, Siderum.
Aeterna lux credentium.
Aeterna lux credentium.
Christe redemptor omnium.
Christe redemptor omnium.
Exaudi preces supplicum.
Exaudi preces supplicum.
Qui condolens interitu, mortis perire seculum. Salvasti mundum languidum, donans reis remedium.
Vergente mundi vespere, uti sponsus de thalamo, egressus honestissima virginis matris clausula.
Cuius forti potentiae, genu curvantur omnia, celestia terrestria, nutu fatentur subdita.
Te deprecamur agie, venture iudex seculi, conserva nos in tempore, hostis a telo perfidi.
Laus honor virtus gloria, Deo Patri et Filio, Sancto Simul Paraclito, in saeculorum saecula. Amen. We'll now combine that very slowly with the melody.
Conditor Alme Siderum, eterna lux credentium, Christe Redemptor omnium, exaudi preces supplicum, qui condolens interitum, mortis perire seculum, salvasti mundum languidum, donans reis remedium, Vergente mundi vespere, uti sponsus de thalamo, egressus honestissima, virginis matris clausula, cuius forti potentiae genur curvantur omnia, celestia terrestria, nutur fatentur sublita, te deprecamur hagie, venture iudex seculi, conserva nos in tempore, ostis atello perfidi. Laus honor virtus gloria, Deo Patri et Filio, Sancto simul Paraclito, in saeculorum saecula. Amen.
Beautiful. Now we'll break it down for you.
Conditor Alme Siderum, Conditor Alme Siderum, eterna lux credentium, eterna lux credentium, Christe Redemptor omnium, Christe Redemptor omnium, exaudi preces supplicum, exaudi preces supplicum.
Now at a slow tempo, the entire phrase.
Conditor Alme Siderum, eterna lux credentium, Christe Redemptor omnium, exaudi preces supplicum, qui condolens interitum, mortis perire seculum, salvasti mundum languidum, donans reis remedium.
Those are two verses of a very simple ancient Advent hymn. If you want to learn the rest, I recommend returning to the beginning where we sing all 6 verses together. And now that you know the Latin, it shouldn't be too hard to couple that with the melody.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We hope your Advent is going spectacularly well for a penitential season, at least. And we look forward to joining you on the next Chant School podcast. God bless. Thanks for joining us on the Chant School podcast. For more information, check out our show notes for PDFs or links to the chants that we've sung today and any other resources that are relevant. And head over to our website, floriani.org, for more information.
If you guys are Instagram users, you can also look us up at Floriani Sacred Music and listen to some of our tunes that we post on there.
Thanks very much. God bless.
See you later.